Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 9, algebra. People have not studied algebra before, it's a new topic for you. So, till now, what you have studied, you people have studied branch of mathematics that is called arithmetic. So, in arithmetic, what we do, we study numbers, we study operations on number, means you people have studied number first, then you have done addition, subtraction, multiplication, divisions on numbers. Now what we are going to study? We are going to study a new branch of mathematics that is called algebra. And what we have in algebra, we use letters and symbols in algebra, and with the help of that we find the value of, or we derive a general pattern or a general formulas or expressions, and with the help of this we solve many problems. That makes our calculations easier. Okay, as in let's take an example of area of a square or area of rectangle. Let's take the example of area of rectangle. So in area of rectangle, actually you are using algebra, but when you write area of rectangle, what you write? When you say area of rectangle, you do not write the complete word length into breadth. You generally represent it with a small l multiplied by small b. Generally this is what we do. So this is what these two are, actually the general representation of any length and any breadth, isn't it? Now whatever is the length, we put the value of length, whatever is the breadth, we put the value of breadth. Okay, so this general representation, wherever we do, what we can say, we are using algebra over there. Okay, and what we are using here, L is what? L and B are alphabets, so we are using alphabets. Now let's take a few more examples. Let's take a arithmetical example. 2 plus. Now everyone knows that what is the answer of this. 2 is added to something which and this I have represented with a box equal to 5. This means there should be a value here so that the answer will become 5. So it is very easy. You simply say that this value should be 3 here. Okay. So what is this value here? This value here is something whose value is not known, isn't it? This value was not known to us. This box was not known to us, and that is why we have made a box here, a blank here, and then we say that find out the value of this blank. So this is actually what? This is a quantity that is unknown. It's a very important word that we use in algebra. Okay, and this unknown quantity I have represented with the help of box. Now everywhere, instead of using a box in algebra, what we do? We use alphabets. We use here alphabets to represent this unknown value. Okay, so if I talk about algebra, what I can do, that instead of writing a box, I can write it as 2 plus any alphabet. When I say alphabet, I can use any alphabet from A to Z. Any alphabet you can use here. So I am generally, we use A, B, C, or we use X, Y, Z, or we use P, Q, R. Though whenever we say alphabet, you are free to use any alphabet. I am using X here. So what we can say when we talk about algebra, so instead of this box, I can replace it with a alphabet. Okay, and we can say that 2 plus X is equal to 5. Okay, and this expression, this equation that I have written is in the form of algebra. Okay, now let's take one more example. So actually what we are doing in algebra, what we do, we find the value of unknown. So what is algebra? Algebra is all about finding value of unknown quantity. Unknown quantities. And these unknown quantity we represent by letters. Okay, and what is these letters known as when we talk about algebra, let's take one more example and then I will explain you that what word we use or which term we use to represent letters in algebra. Okay, I hope this is clear to you that what we do in algebra, we find the value of unknown quantity and how we represent those unknown quantity instead of box. Means suppose let's take this example that I have a box, this value as well, plus 3 equal to 12. So now, if I want to represent it in terms of algebra, we will not put these box in these diamond shape. What we do, we will write as x plus y, because this is, I don't know the value of this is unknown. I don't know the value of this is also unknown. So I have replaced it with letters. So x plus y plus 3 is equal to 12. Now this expression is in the form of algebra where I have used letters. Okay. Now let's take one more example. Let's take example of a shop. So I have taken an example in which shopkeeper is selling pen, but all the customers that are coming to the shop, they don't need the same number of pens. But what is common here, that if suppose anyone comes and asks for a pen, so what he will ask that what is the cost of the pen. So the shopkeeper will say that the cost of one pen is rupees 5. Okay. Now the customer says that I want 2 pen. Okay, so what the customer has to pay? Customer, since one pen is 5 rupees and the customer is asking for 2 pen, so it will be rupees 10. Now again one more customer comes. Again he will ask the cost of the pen. Again the shopkeeper will say that the cost of the pen is 5. And this time the customer want 4 pen. So now this time what the customer has to pay? Customer has to pay 20 rupees. Again one more customer comes and the customer asks for the cost, that remains the same, that is 5. This time he is asking for 3 pen, so the cost that the customer has to pay is 15. So what we can see in this table is a value is there that is fixed. So what value is here fixed is the cost of the pen. This value is fixed, isn't it? And what is changing here, or what is the thing that varies here is the number of pens. And obviously when the number of pen varies, the cost will also vary. The cost will not remain the same. So what we can observe in this table, that this is something that is fixed. This is something that varies, and because of this will also vary. So what we can do, that in this we can say that the values that are fixed, they are called constant. Okay, it's a very important term in algebra, that is called constant. Constant means which is same, and same means which is fixed. So the values that are fixed are called constant, and the value that varies are called variable, or the value that take different numerical values are called variables. These are called variables. And how we represent constant? We represent constant with the help of numbers, and we represent variables with the help of variables. Okay, with the help of letters. So what I can do here is I can replace this number, or I can replace this number by x. Suppose I am replacing the easier number first. That the customer wants 2 pen, and I am asking you find this. So what I have done, as I said, that what we do in algebra, whatever quantity is unknown, we represent it with the help of a variable, with the help of a letter. So I have the cost of the pen, I have the number of pens, so I have represented this value in the form of variable, that is x. Okay, and now this x, as I said, the variable that varies. So this value varies, this x varies. When I take 4 pens, this x will have a different value. Yes, when I have 3 pens, this x will have a different value. So anything that varies means this same alphabet can take different numerical values according to the condition that is there. So here what is the condition? Here the condition is that the customer wants 2 pens. So here the value of x is 10. Here the condition says that the customer wants 4 pens. So the value varies according to the condition, and this time the value of x or the value of unknown is 20. And this time when the customer wants 3 pens, then the value of unknown is 50. So what we can see here is this value varies, and that is why it is variable. This value is constant, so this value is fixed, so it is constant. So with this, what we can see that we have two terms here. First is constants and second is variable. So what is constant? Values that are fixed. That are fixed is constant. So what are fixed? Numbers are fixed. If I say 2, so 2 will remain 2. The value of 2 will never change. It will not become 3. It will not become 4. So numbers remains the same. So we can say what are constants? These are numbers, because the value of the numbers remains the same. If someone has got 20 out of 20, that means 20. We cannot say that the person has got 10 out of 20. We cannot change the number. So any number, whether it is a positive number or a negative number or a fractional number, numbers remains fixed. So these fixed quantities are called constants. Now what are variables? Variables are letters. Variables are letter and those quantities which can take different numerical values. Okay, the quantity that can take different numerical value. Are variables. And how we represent them? We represent them as A, B, C or X, Y, Z. We represent it with alphabets. Okay, and these alphabets are also known as literals. It's also a very important term. Everywhere we do not use this term variable, we use this term literals also in place of. So what we can say? We can say constant and literal, or we can say constant and variables. Okay, so what are variables? Variables are the values that can change. Constant are the values that are fixed. So what are the fixed value? They are numbers. So when we have numbers, they are constant. And what are variables? Whatever can change. And whatever can change can take any value. And those any values we represent by letters, or we can say literals, and they are represented with the help of these alphabets A, B, C. Okay. Now one very important thing is when you combine constant and constant. When you combine constant and constant, then what happens? The answer is a constant. Means when I say 2 into 2, or when I say 4 into 4, or when I say 4 plus 4, so 4 into 4 is 16 and 4 plus 4 is 8, so I am getting constants. Okay, so when we combine constant, how can we combine them? Using operations we can combine them, we get constants. But when we combine constant and variable, when we combine constant and variable, what we get? We get a variable. For example, if a number is 3 that is added to x. Okay, so 3 is a constant that is added to x. So a constant is combined with the variable. So a constant is combined with the variable. So what is this? This value is also variable. Now why this value is variable? Because it depends upon the value of this x. If this value is 1, the value of x is 1, then my number is 4. If the value of x is 2, then my number is, if the value of x is 2, then my number is 5. If the value of x is 3, then my number is 6. So what is happening here? The answer also varies. So the answer that I am getting is different. So what we can say that when we combine constants, values remain constant. But when we combine constant and variable, what we get? We get variables. Okay. I hope this much is clear to you. What is constant, what is variable, okay, and how we represent constant, how we represent variable. Values that are fixed is constant, value that varies is variable. We represent constant using numbers, we represent variable using alphabets, or we can say literals. Okay. Let's take one example. I am reading the question that actually tells you that how we can use this constant and variable. Anu and Meenu are sisters. Anu is 5 years younger than Meenu. Anu is 5 years younger than Meenu. Anu is 5 years younger than Meenu. Okay. And can you write Anu's age in terms of Meenu's age? Okay. Now I can write the ages of these two girls. Okay, and I can find out the ages of these two girls in different years as well, because there is a relation between the ages of these two girls. That Anu is 5 years younger than Meenu. So you need to actually assume someone's age. Okay, and in this question what they are saying, that can you write Anu's age in terms of Meenu's age. So what we can say, that let Meenu's age be X years. Because I don't know what is Meenu's age, so I can assume it as a variable because it is unknown. So I can assume it as X. Now you have to write Anu's age. So what will be Anu's age? There is a relation between Meenu and Anu's age. Anu is 5 years younger. Younger means she is smaller. 5 years younger than Meenu. So whatever is the age of Meenu, in her age, if I subtract 5, then what I will get? I will get Anu's age. So now whatever is Meenu's age, I can get Anu's age. If Meenu is 10 years, then Anu will be 5 years. If Meenu is 15 years, then Anu will be 10 years. If Meenu is 50 years, then 50 minus 5, Anu will be 45 years. So what we can see here, that with the help of algebra or with the help of this unknown x, we have developed a relation between Anu's age and Meenu's age. So this is what we can do in algebra, that we can develop certain pattern or relation between the quantities, and with the help of these quantities we can find out any number. If I want the age at the age of 50 or at the age of 10 or 15, we can find out those values. Okay. Now that is it for today. What we have done today, we have done what is algebra, what we use in algebra. We use constants, we use variables. Okay. Now there is no homework for today. What you have to do is go through your exercise 9.1, read the questions that are there in the exercise properly and try and do it in your rough block, and tomorrow we will continue with the same topic and then I will give you homework. You can read the first 2 pages of your chapters as well, so that it's a new concept, it should be clear to you. Then we will come to the homework part and exercise part. Thank you so much.